Hey guys, it's your favorite Unc here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. The Cowboys, Ocho, hired a new defensive coordinator. They hired Mike Zimmer, and Zimmer came in and said, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. Over the last 3 seasons, the Cowboys defense have ranked 7th, tied for 5th, and 5th in points allowed, while totaling 93 takeaways. So Zimmer thinks he's inherited a decent situation. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, they've been pretty good. I've been in some of the situations where things haven't happened, but that happens in coaching. It happens a lot. Oh, is that the same wheel that gave up 48 points?
Yeah.
Is that wheel? What kind of wheel is that? Is that a big wheel or a tricycle wheel?
Yeah. Well, Mike is a great coach. Mike was a great coach, very, very good D coordinator. I played for Mike Zimmer, obviously in Cincinnati. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but our defense was very good then during that time. And I think Mike can make a difference to that defense. When they had collapses, the way they collapsed against the Packers, collapses again, they collapsed against what?
The 49ers,
the 49ers, the Arizona Cardinals, and all those teams obviously did one thing. They all ran the ball. They all ran the ball and exposed them very, very badly. Obviously, the Packers did it through the air and the run. And I'm sure Mike can get in there, change a few things up. To me, I think they still need to get a little beefy. I still think they need to get a little beefy up front because obviously the key, what we've all saw people do, is run straight downhill at them. Sideline to sideline ain't gonna. Sideline to sideline ain't gonna work.
They lighten the britches, Ocho.
Yeah.
They lighten the britches.
So I like the hire. I like the hire with Mike.
I love the hire. I think it's great. But let's not pretend that they'll say. Now, I just want to know the wheel. Are these wheels going to have tired legs? Because you remember you heard that when they said they had tired legs. You heard that, Ocho. Yeah. You said, hey, we need another guy or two. Are we them boys or do we need some more boys?
They got it.
I'm a firm believer. You see the difference between Kansas City and the Cowboys. Yes, when Kansas City needed a field goal, they went and got the field goal to tie the game and send it to overtime. When they needed a touchdown to go get to win the game, they went and got it. Right. When the Chiefs defense needed to keep their ass out of the end zone or keep them out of field goal range, they did that.
Yeah.
What did the Cowboys do when they needed scores, when they needed points, when they needed to get off the field? So I don't care. I see this 93 takeaway. Okay. But when you needed a takeaway against Green Bay, what you get? I know Dak threw for the most touchdowns in the NFL this year. But when you needed a score, what did you get? So don't tell me how good you were, because if you can't do what you need to do when you got to do it, it don't mean jack.
What they need to do? You know, the Cowboys, not the Cowboys, you know what the Chiefs had?
What?
The Chiefs had an owner that wasn't in front of the camera all season goddamn long, too.
No, Clark Hunt is not in front of the owner. He like his dad.
None of the Hunts was in front of the camera.
No.
But guess what they was hosting in February?
The Lombardi.
All right now. It ain't rocket science.
Ocho, don't you know I gotta get the credit? Because if I hire somebody, if I hire Bill Belichick, if I hire somebody, he gonna get the credit. Jimmy Johnson, I promise you, I'm old enough. I don't know how, you're probably 15, but I remember nobody mentioned Jerry Jones' name when Jimmy was there. It was Jimmy talking about how about them Cowboys. And Jimmy was getting all the credit. And Jerry seethed. He seethed because he desired that. Attention is a drug.
Yeah.
And people crave it. And a lot of times they'll do anything to get it. This man fired a 2-time back-to-back champ. And I know what Jimmy said, he was burnt out, but he was so burnt out that he went and got another job at Miami a few years later. That's how burnt out Jimmy was.
Yeah. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Everyone else that has won a Lombardi, their owners weren't front and center.
No,
they didn't make it. They didn't make it a circus. They didn't make it about them. They allowed the coaches, the team, and everyone else to do their job.
He learned from Al Davis. That's how Al was. And so Al was always front and center. So and so that's how he runs his team.
Yeah.
Al didn't give a damn what his players did as long as they showed up on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
He meant that. He said, in the first series or two, the quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. So if you look at like I know you don't remember the old Miller Lite commercials. Look at all the Raiders players that they had in there, because that's what they did. I told y'all, man, I saw Greg Townsend sitting in '90, sitting outside on his helmet smoking a cigarette. Al didn't give a damn, as long as you played. That's how Jerry is. Jerry's always, front and center. Al did a lot of that too, and that's what Jerry learned. Mm-hmm. Jerry learned his mannerisms and how he is as an owner from the late great Al Davis. Rest his soul.
Maybe, hey, listen, maybe that's why things aren't. I hate to say it. There's one common denominator. There's one common denominator that's in place. That's always been there. That refuses to change.
Yeah.